What is up, y'all? This is Alex from Alex PC Tech back at you with another video, and today we are very excited because we had too much coffee. No, we're gonna be talking about the Corsair Vengeance Pro RGB. One of the primary concerns when building a computer or a system unit is choosing your RAM. You can't literally skip this step as you will be needing your RAM for your PC to work or for it to operate. That also means that choosing a well-performing RAM is very beneficial to your system, with the bonus of it being stylish. By the way, disclaimer, this video is not sponsored by Corsair, but Corsair, if you're out there listening, you know what to do. Alam na this. I have always been a fan of Corsair memories because number one, they are very reliable. 2, they perform well compared to other brands. And 3, Corsair, in my opinion, is always one up in terms of styling and aesthetics compared to other brands. Having said those, what I have here is the 16GB 2x8 memory RAM kit, meaning 2 modules at 8GB each at around 3000 MHz speed with timings of CL16. Now, this memory is also available in different variations and different speeds. There are different memory kits like the 4x8, meaning 4 modules with 8GB each, and 2x16, which it has 2 modules at 16GB each, resulting to a 32GB kit. So the only problem with that is the availability on your region. As per my region, it is kind of difficult to find the 4x8 modules because that one looks very nice and very sleek because the motherboards, all the slots on your motherboards will be populated. It just will be depending on your region where you at if it's available. These RAMs are also quite tall with a clearance of 51 mm, so you better check your air coolers or your AIO if there is enough clearance if you are going to choose this RAM. As with all modern RAMs today, this memory kit supports XMP Profile version 2.0, meaning it is very easy to configure the RAM just by going to your system BIOS and enabling the XMP Profile. Now, if for some reason you are using an older motherboard or your motherboard doesn't detect the XMP profile of this memory, then you will need to go straight to your motherboard and manually enter the timings and the speed of this memory. The ones that I have here are colored black. There is also a white variant for this memory that we have used on our previous builds. If you want to see that, we have used that on our previous $1,200 PC build guide. If you haven't seen that video, we'll put a link of that video in the description down below. The PCB and the RAM chips are covered by a metal heat spreader that features a light bar at the top that houses 10 individual RGB LEDs. Now, these LEDs can be very bright. If you turn on your computer, this will be the first thing that you will notice, that these Corsair memories are very bright. Now, the brightness of the lights, the controls, the color can be controlled with the iCUE software. If you haven't downloaded that software, we'll put a link of that software down below on the description. The software was able to detect my Corsair RAMs automatically, and I was able to set up the lighting effects by quickly syncing up all of the compatible lighting or by selecting from a range of presets. The one that I like the most is the rain effect, which was quite unique in my opinion. You can also set the direction and the speed of the effects, which you can also do in other RGB softwares. You will also need to configure the DIMM slots that your memory is using through the software. Now, we don't know, or I don't know why Corsair is doing this, but if you happen to know, please do let us know down on the comments below. The only gripe that I have with this software is that it kind of contradicts with other RGB softwares. In my system, I had the Gigabyte or the Aorus Fusion RGB 2.0 and the Asus RGB AuraSync, okay? And also I have the iCUE. Now, for some reason, after some time, the iCUE stopped working and my memory just doesn't light up. Whatever I do from the iCUE module, it doesn't light up. So what I've done was I installed all the RGB and installed them in this following order. First, I went with the Gigabyte RGB Fusion 2.0. Then I installed the Asus, okay, the Asus AuraSync. And then finally, I installed the iCUE and updated it. So that seemed to that seemed to solve the issue for now. I'll be monitoring on that, but that is one error that I encountered while using iCUE. In overclocking the memory, what I usually do is I adjust the frequency and leave the timings at default. This is because sometimes the drawback of adjusting more frequency is having more, you guessed it, latency. So I want to go to the sweet spot of having more frequency but not sacrificing my latency. So I was able to overclock this memory at around 32 megahertz, 3200 megahertz by adjusting the stock voltage at 1.35 volts. Now, I can tighten up my timings still. I still have that option, but we'll leave that for another video. As of filming this video, the 2x8 16GB costs at around 90 USD. Now that is at 3600 megahertz of speed, and that is the sweet spot of this memory right now. This memory is also available at slower speeds, which is the 2666 up to 4600. But when I bought mine, the 4600 megahertz wasn't available yet on the market. If you are building a system and you are looking for dope parts that perform absolutely well, then I can recommend the Corsair Vengeance Pro Series memories. Like if you like this video, thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, and please comment down below if you agree with us on our points about the Corsair Vengeance RGB Pro, and see you on the next one. 8GB each speed with 8GB each speed, or your motherboard as with all the hindi lang forma pang pamilya pa.